Hello everybody, today is Saturday the 16th of December and it was craft roulette night. It was number 194 and what came out is type square. It doesn't say card, it could be anything. Colors are nest colors. I thought of beige, whatever that means. Yellow, brown, green. Depends on, I just thought of the material for the nests. And then element letters, letters, and random is add a cat. And with that, I thought of a big cat tree. Mine is beige, which is kind of nest colors. So I do have my square shape. Again, nest colors, I do beige and stuff. And I have this background stencil, which I want as my background. And then I just want a very, very cool cat tree. I don't know what comes out. I have a lot of stuff out here. My cats like baskets and stuff. So that will be my base thing of my cat tree. And then there has to be a stem that goes up or something. And then I want a layer like this den from Dance with Den with a flap to open. Then the upper level will be as a cloud. Could also have a flap to open, which I would have to partially die cut because I don't want to cut it all out. And then letters. I don't have a ladder, but I have a lot of fences, which one can take this way. And then one has a ladder. And there is a small one, which I want to use. Here is this spooky fence border, but this is kind of cool letter too. And that is that. And add a cat. I still have some colored ones from a while ago, so I just want to add those. And that is the plan. And I won't fit more. Also I have more kitty stuffs, but that's too big, I think, unless I take that pillow for something. Okay, so I don't know any further than that, but it's just gonna get started somehow. Oh, also there's a palm tree. I could use that stem as a thingy. I cut my cloud out twice because I want to have one as a background thingy. And now this would cut out the whole thingy, like if I lift a flap. So I want to partially die cut it and just put it like there. I want the bend on it, the score line, but not that it cuts all out. So I'm gonna, oh, that doesn't work. So, no, I need to go the other way. So it doesn't do well when you start with that thickest part. Okay, like this. Okay, there we go. And now my thingy fell off. That always means I need to tighten my screw. I think this is such a bad part of this otherwise good machine, but this screw is tiny. I think I mentioned it before. I broke it with the other machine because I really wanted it to be tight, and then it fell off, and that's just weird. Okay, so take that off, and now you see it's partially cut, and there's the score line, which is now way too low. Yeah, bust chop. My lighting is not good again. So that's my first cat tree component. Next one is my Dance with Den. It's a pity that the stitched line is on the on the part I'm not using. And now I have another lift flap thingy. Actually, it doesn't have to be. Is that a sentence? It doesn't have to be a lift the flap thingy. It could be because I'm partially die cutting it, but this form fits. And now I have it the wrong way. Unless I want it to open from the top. No. So. Voila, is it on it? Sorry, there. Only partially under the plate. Oh, oh no, that wasn't a magnet. I have a magnet here where my thing is on. And I think I have a piece left over, which I just put there. Don't know what it is from. Okay. Now I got my second lift flap thingy. And a background piece for that. And then I saw that I have already once cut out a basket. Didn't finish it, so I'm using that basket, which is in the right colors. Okay, so now I want the cat tree, the palm tree in a color. Cut out 2 palm trees. I don't know how I used them yet, that's why I just made 2. In a brown. Beige would have been nice too, because they always have that sisal stuff on it. But mine's just a bit dark. And now I cut out a few fences. I don't know exactly how I want to use them and which ones. But I'm just going to cut them out. Maybe the small one actually doesn't fit. Okay, so. And I will have to cut off some spikes. But I will see how I do that later. And this is a fun letter. I'll just cut off the side here. Something like that. This is a very long one. And a tiny one. I'll make another tiny one. I want to use it, but actually this is the one I might not be able to use. And then I think I have my elements. I need to think about a sentiment. I have no idea. Okay, up in here I got scattered straw, bundled sage, and tea dye. I'm trying to use different distress oxides, which I haven't used a lot. And with nest colors, that would be straw. Bundled sage would be kind of dried grass, and brown is just twigs and stuffs. And I guess I go horizontal. Like this would be the floor part. I don't know if that's a good color. Maybe I should swap those. I started over. Okay, and then I go with a straw. This is dry. So I'm very sorry for the camera angle. It's not the best this day, or today that I was filming that. I just put it on and started working. Here you see the ink blending, just from one side to the other. It's always the same thing. I go over the spots where the blend is a bit more often. And that is that. There's not much to say to that. Don't know what's it even. Next step would be the paw print. Super cool stencil. It's from Marianne Design, and I was looking for a very nice paw stencil for a while. I have some, and then they turned out to be too small somehow. So I'm kind of looking that they're on it, and now attach it from the back. And I have VersaFine Clear pine cone, and I have a brush for all of those inks, because I do like having one specific brush for each color. And I like stencils with brushes because they're more precise with the going to the edge. When you do that with a sponge, you have a little white outline or something, or you need to work harder to get it in. And with those brushes, it's really neat. Okay, I'm just doing brown all over. It's just a tapestry. The background. I don't know if I have a floor layer. Just finish this step. Hi, Mousy. I could have also put some ink pads out and let my cats walk through it. She once did. Oh. Talented one. Oh, look at that. That's lovely. Okay, it's more like a dog paw, but it's alright. I'm gonna add some green, brown, and gold speckles.
I'll maybe even aim for the green is a bit more up. Comes out a bit thick. And then the gold more in the middle. That matches the background color. And doesn't matter if it's mixing with the others, but I mean, aiming with speckles is hard anyway. So, and the brown one. And my parents were here, my sisters. We had a nice breakfast. And my parents are going to move next year. So this year's the last time in the house. We are there for rent. It's a bit sad. But it's good that they're doing that now. And next part of life or whatever. So this is my speckles. So this is the theory. This is my card base. And I also want to ink some stuff up, but I just had to lay it out a bit. I will have to cut off some things. But for now, I want to ink off camera and then try to assemble on camera. So everything is ink blended. And now I try to just put it back the way I had it laid out. And I need to make certain things work because this cap doesn't work in this thingy. Okay. Little mic to do a nice voiceover, and I voiced over quite a bit, and then I saw I didn't push play because I got my beautiful little mic. Okay, so I started with gluing the basket together because it seemed like the easiest part. It is the easiest part, but it was still not that easy. And then I had to figure out where I put the stuff. So I took out my reference picture, which I took before with my phone. So I have it next to me so I can look at it and see how I planned the thingy out. Because I don't want to do it more than once, even though I already did it once to see how it fits, and now I do it again to see how it fits, and then I have to take it all off again and put it all on again and hope that it fits. I had to make sure that this little ladder fits in between those two, whatever they are called. I really don't know. Caves? I don't know. Havens. The cloudy thing and the stony thingy. I don't know what they're called. And they're cut off the tips of that fence border and the border, the leftover border, and also here the tips of the fence border, because I wanted it to look more like a ladder. So I let about 1/8 of an inch stand out of those horizontal strips, about 2 millimeters. And I shortened the ladder a bit, but not too much, because I didn't know how exactly it's going to end up. And I will shorten it later on again. So it's still nothing is glued on, I think. Now I start with the tree trunks, which I liked like that. Then I add the glue, and then that tree trunk falls out again. So I just put it back and hope for the best. I knew I could still attach my havens in a certain way, so it's gonna work. Then I had to add the kitty before the glue dried, because it's kind of behind that palm tree, or in the middle of palm tree and the basket. So did that. That was fine. And then there's, what is that? The little ladder that I could attach that to, because this is kind of like an item for itself. So I didn't have to make sure it fits with the other things. It's harder when you have different items which need to kind of correlate with each other. I don't have the right words right now. I hope you get what I mean. And then I thought it's too flat. I don't want it that flat. So I took those foam dots, foam squares. I don't like doing that because I only have the small ones and it takes a long time. But the big ones are always sold out or not available. That's the same thing, kind of, but yeah. So I always have the small ones. And then I adhered it. I don't know when I put the mouse on, because I don't see my whole screen with the voiceover, but I put the mouse on the weavy thingy of the basket. And here I tried to see that the cat looks nice behind that cutout window. I attached it a bit with the ear and the bottom, and then I put glue all over. And with the backing, it gets very secure. And then I do the same for the other thingy. the cat was too big and I wanted the yarn to be shown, to be seen. So I decided it's gonna be not a peekaboo window or lift a flap window, it's gonna just stay open so I could glue on the whole cat. And again, I just secured it a bit from the front so that it stays in the position, and then I add glue on the back and then add the backing so that will secure it. And then it fell down, it got a bit harder to do that, and then that stuck to it too, so with the backing here. And then I also glued the flap open so there's no strain on the cat, because it just holds up, and put it down there. Now, what I meant with the correlation and things, you need to see that the elements are combinable, or that the things work out. So those had to be in a certain position so that the letter is not too short. And then I had to make up for the foam dots, so I had to add foam dots here too. Except for where the trunk goes there, I will add glue on the trunk, and then that should be seamlessly adhered. And then I do the same thing for the stony thingy. And I always do that with my pincers, my tweezers. And I just cut my fingernails so it's harder to get those release papers off the little squares. Yeah, and the letter I can just attach, that fits nicely there. And so cool, that is the fence of a little house, and this is my favorite letter. So cute. And then there is the kitty. I added some foam dots on the head again to make up for the height difference, and then I added glue on the base of the cat so that one glues on the letter and the rest is on foam dots. So far this is this, now just the letter and this letter and then my ship and a cat. So this is so thin and flimsy. It could go in there, it could go from, or I cut it again, make it sturdier, or just put it there. I have these foam strips, but they might already be too wide. Just hope they fit. Well, that gets visible. Oh, my cat's out there. Oh my god. I'm just putting it there. Oh, my mousey. And maybe more. Maybe I can add another one there. Oh, maybe this way. Doesn't make sense, but so glue on the top part. And this top part, another brown card. This white shows a lot from the tape. Oh yeah. Okay. And then don't want to complain all the time, but it goes very unwell. Crazy. Okay, maybe I go from here to there. Okay, I think those are now fine for that. But maybe I should check the length. A bit too long. Huh? Du musst jetzt irgendwo anders an. Pretty. Okay, that twisted around itself. Glue on the top. Another mouse somewhere.
that. Here's another cat that just sits on it. Okay. And there's one more moisture. Where's it? Oh, this one. This one is running around. Or maybe it goes up there. So. Hey, voila. I have some small sentiment. It says hoo-hoo. It's like hoo-hoo. But it's just hoo-hoo. I love it. And I'm gonna die cut it. I wanted to put it on a thing. It doesn't fit anymore. Or just leave it like that. I don't know what to do with it yet. Just add something later. So here you have this peekaboo. This is not peekaboo anymore. Well, here we go. Now a card base in it. I just found one more kitty. So I could put that down here. Well, there's a lot going on this card. It floats. Maybe I should put a foam square in between, or this line here. It's now on the card base. I added a hello here, hello. Same German, just an A instead of an E. And that's very confusing with the A-E-I-O-U because we call it I-E-O-U. What else? I added something else. I had to add another foam dot behind there. And that is it. And it's all on the card base, and that is my card finished. And now I thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next one.